Philadelphia. It's the home of the 76ers, the Wells Fargo Center. Here in Philadelphia, it's another home game for the 76ers. After dropping the first 3 games of the season, they need to turn it around.
And seeing where the 76ers are, what a nice turnaround this season has been for them compared to just a year ago. They couldn't afford to suffer through another campaign like that.
I think it would have been a disaster for them to repeat last year's failures. But what a job they've done making themselves relevant again.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for Chicago right now, Dub is out there with Clutch. Then it's Dub. Then there's Nikola Mirotic. And it's Gasol. And at the 5, roaming the paint. Thompson misses. Philadelphia on D. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
And with the number of turnovers they had in that game, guys, it was going to be an uphill battle all the way.
Especially when you couple the turnovers with the soft defense they were playing. That's a losing combination.
Shot clock at 6. Dub, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
And everybody out of the way. I mean, clear the lane. We've got some rims to wrap.
What a sensational play to get to the rack for the slam.
Strong interior move. Aggressive, assertive, and effective.
Here's Covington. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Shot is off. Philadelphia last year struggled in a number of ways, Greg. The big one was they couldn't make shots as a team. Very basic.
Kevin, lowest field goal percentage in the entire league, and by a wide margin. Hard to get any wins when that's the case.
Now, here is Landry. His last outing, he had 8 points. Here's Okafor. That's good.
That's an efficient start for them offensively, working it inside for the easy 2 points.
And Clark, that's what you like to duplicate time and time again for the rest of the game. No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Thompson outside. To the middle. Gasol with the steal. And even 3-on-3 break.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Roten kicks to Covington. Picked by Okafor. The dish to Landry. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Landry's got his first bucket in this one. For Chicago, they won their last contest that game against the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
And for Carl Landry, he powered his way through the league a few years back, but somewhere along the line, Clark, his game kind of topped out.
His best season, Kevin, he averaged 18 and 7. I think injuries have been a factor. But last year was down to 7 and 4 his game averages, so he's starting to slide.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
The 76ers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Covington's shot is off.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
The 76ers trailing. Roten kicks to Covington. Hits it from three-point range. Covington's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And back to Carl Landry. Sophisticated scorer, a variety of post moves, a tough guy willing to play through pain, but he just never had the size or explosiveness to dominate. And now that he's getting a little older, that really has become an issue.
And the shot is good.
And how about them with a quick one of their own?
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth. Here we go.
Feeds it to Okafor. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The 76ers shooting their first free throw tonight.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
9 seconds left in the first quarter. There's Cannon with the three, and he gets it to go. Cannon's got his first 3 points of the game. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
Really, it's always a positive when you can get some impact off your bench.
Always nice to have firepower coming from the reserves, and they've had firepower and then some so far.
So for Chicago right now, Dunleavy is out there with Mirotic. Then there's Derrick Rose, and it's Clutch, and it's Gibson in at the center position. 3 on the clock. Rose, good. Rose has got the opening field goal of the second quarter for Chicago.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Grant, right side, passes it to Sampson. Screen by Grant. Sampson's shot, good.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Chicago.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. We'll be happy with all those assists.
Here's Clutch. Goes up on the wing. Another one falls for Chicago.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team. And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting them get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Embiid with the screen on Rose. Noel hot flees off the pick and hammers it home.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. Derrick Rose, unbelievable spirit. We know about his toughness, has fought through injuries of all kinds that might cause a lesser competitor to hang up his sneakers.
And competitor, that's the word, Kevin. I mean, he was impossible to outcompete at the high school level, the college level, and now in the pros. Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Okafor's checked in. Robert Covington comes in for Jeremy Grant. Hollis Thompson's checked in for Jakar Sampson. And it's Tony Roten in for Isaiah Cannon.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
To the paint, stolen by Thompson. And there's the foul. It'll go on Dove. That's his first foul. And the 76ers making a change here. Landry's checked in. We've got 1:13 left in the first half of the game. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
And, you know, back to D. Rose for a moment. He drives the lane now as hard as he did before the injuries. It's a level of fearlessness that only a few guys possess. And it's not teachable. You either have it or you don't.
Here's Dub. 6 to shoot. And it's Chicago scoring again.
Dead-eye shooting from them this quarter.
And you know what? The frustration for the defense is mounting because it seems like they can't miss out there.
And, you know, back to D. Rose. He grew up in a brutally dangerous neighborhood on Chicago's south side. Some of that fearlessness, that competitiveness he exhibits was learned early on out of necessity.
Launches a three. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Covington. Chicago grabs the miss. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year.
And they were unbeaten against this club last season. Not surprising considering where they both finished in the standings.
Yeah, it's really plain as pound cake. They're the better team. I mean, they'll look to prove it again here tonight.
And the pass to Dub. He's feeling it. And that's not going to go.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about the visiting team?
Well, they called the right plays, and then they executed them.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
It's been a nice game here for Dub. He has 11 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
We've got Robert Covington, Okafor out there with Carl Landry. Then it's Tony Roten, and it's Thompson in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. That's good. Gasol's got the first bucket of the third here for Chicago.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Here's Covington. Pass to Okafor. And he uses the glass on the layup. Okafor's got his second basket of the night.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job. Pau Gasol was the number 3 pick back in 2001. He managed to average 18 and 9 his first season, was Rookie of the Year, became a perennial All-Star. There's no way his younger brother Mark, who was a second-round pick, could ever match up to that, right? Not so fast, people. Mark's pretty good, too.
Talking about Pau and brother Mark, both of them were excellent last season. The difference is that Pau has always been considered a great prospect, so detractors are much harder on him when they see cracks, I think, Greg, in his game.
Yeah, you know, for Marc Gasol, it can only exceed expectations because they started out so low. I'd simply say that if I had to pick between one or the other for best career, I'd do everything I could to pick both.
Good way to get out of it. Good answer. Here's Clutch. Can't hit. Good D by Thompson.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Embiid, he's checked in for Okafor. Grant comes in for Robert Covington. Jakar Sampson's checked in for Hollis Thompson. And it's Cannon in for Tony Roten. And Chicago also making a switch. Rose is checked in. Noel against Mirotic. And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Noel.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Picked away. 1:53 left in the third quarter of the game. Cannon, the pass to Sampson. Embiid dishes to Cannon. Just 5 on the clock. Noel, a screen on Rose. Here's Cannon. Tries again and count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
And it's Noel with the rebound. The 76ers have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Sampson kicks to Cannon. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Pass to Sampson. Noel dishes to Cannon for the lead. Another miss by Philadelphia.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Here's Clutch. He's got 7. To stop the drought. And again, no good by Chicago.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Cannon kicks to Sampson. Dishes to Noel. Here's Cannon. True on the 14-footer. Cannon's got 5 points so far.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indicate.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the 4th quarter. A terrific game so far. Here's Roten. So for Chicago right now, they've got Pau Gasol. Dub is out there with Mirotic, and it's Clutch, and it's Dub in at the point guard position.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the defense.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
No good on the second free throw.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs them.
Passes it to Dub. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Here's Dub, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've also jumped on any opportunity they've had to attack the basket tonight. I mean, excellent penetration.
Goes up off the pick, and then Okafor slams it in.
And I'm sensing something special going on here tonight.
It certainly does have the feeling of a classic, Greg. Let's see which team is better equipped to handle the pressure.
Mirotic, the screen. Here's Dub. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And you talk about momentum. That sort of action delivers a type of energy to your team that you just can't quantify.
You know what? I'm going to buy it right now, Clark. And this is a close game, and that was something special.
And really,
good try.
In a game, you guys, in a game like this, though, when you have a chance to send a message, you do. And boy, did he ever on that play.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, over that break, I listened in on Brett Brown's huddle. He gave his guys the green light to keep firing from downtown, telling them, listen, I like the work you're doing out there. Keep finding those gaps on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots.
Thompson passes to Len. And Okafor has it in the corner. And the layup falls. Okafor's got it all tied up now for Philadelphia.
Boy, this game has really started to heat up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, I tell you what, I don't mind it. You don't either, it sounds like. Good offense is entertaining, and that's exactly what we're getting.
Offensive rebound. The pass to Dub. Gasol passes to Dub. Over to the left wing. Off target from three-point range. Second chance effort. And the layup is good. Dub's got 19 points.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Dub really making a difference here.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they got to figure out how to contain him.
.132 left in the fourth quarter. Okafor dishes to Thompson. The feed to Roten. Craig, here comes Chicago, and it's blocked. Here's Roten. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see.
1:10 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Dub. Thompson with the rebound.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
He kicks it to Roten. Back to Thompson. He dishes it to Roten. Back to Thompson. He feeds it to Okafor. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's going to go on Nikola Mirotic.
You had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, you would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
And that's big there. Once he got the opportunity to get to the line and take the lead, you have got to convert.
Deflects the pass. Here's Dub. Count!
Oh, that's the shot of the game.
Well, he was fearless enough to get it up and down, and it paid off for him.
And Philadelphia calls time here. Two-second difference between shot clock and game clock. He sinks the clutch free throw. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Ice in the veins right there. They're one stop away from winning this thing.
Chicago calls timeout. They're behind by 2. There's 21 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And it all comes down to this. Still enough time on the clock that they should be able to get a real good look.
Yeah, and in this case, you debate often. You hear guys debate whether to take a 2 for the tie or a 3 to win. In my case, with this situation, I think you go hard inside and see if you can get a good shot in close.
And the 76ers call time here. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Roten. He's guarded closely. Deep. Oh, and he had a chance to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. Time expires, and we're going to overtime. And what great competition we're seeing so far. After regulation, the stalemate. And we'll see now how these two teams in these few minutes of basketball pan out. And it's Chicago to start out, so the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for Chicago right now, Mirotic out there with Dub, and it's Clutch. Then it's Pau Gasol, and it's Dub in at the point. Thompson misses, and Chicago shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. Landry grabs the miss. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
Excellent display of team play.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Shot A. I like that, Greg.
And stolen by Roten. And here we go. Roten heading to the hoop. Plays it in off the breakaway. Roten's got the lead up to 2 now for Philadelphia. And so here is Chicago. Clutch. And he goes in for the dunk.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
And Philadelphia calls time here. Here's Roten. Kicks to Thompson. Shoots from 12. And it's good off the back rim and in. And Chicago has possession. Trailing by 2. Dub, the pass to Dub. There's the dish to Mirotic. Lets the 3 fly. And it's rebounded by Covington.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Picked by Okafor. Roten kicks to Landry. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Pass to Dub. Pass to Dub to take the lead. Connects from downtown.
He's so clutch, Kevin. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
And the 76ers call time here. They're down by 1. 27 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Thompson, left side. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Feeds it to Roten. Sinks it.
You know, they got a foul to give here if they need it.
Yeah, definitely something to keep in mind for them right now.
Chicago calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. 20 seconds left in overtime. What's your take, guys?
You know what? Enough time that they can run whatever play they're most comfortable with.
Definitely. I mean, they're in good shape here, in my opinion. Shot clock's off, but still enough time left on the game clock to really run your normal set here. Kevin, that was so clutch. Now they really need a defensive stand.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but at least they did get the clock stopped. That is the one saving grace of that situation.
And so it's good on both free throws, and that gives them the lead. Chicago calls timeout. They trail by 1. Just 2 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. Guys, what do you think?
It's come down to this. One shot to win the game. They have just enough time to catch the ball, make a quick pass, and then get it airborne.
Here's Clutch. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. So it's the 76ers taking the win in a close game. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, Clark, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Looked to me like the amber light on the gas tank didn't quite come on. They still had enough fuel to get across the finish line comfortably.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports postgame show.